Hello everyone, welcome to Element Zero. Today we're going to be beginning our Dragon Age Origins playthrough. Please everyone stand with me, or stay with me as I, work my way through some of these technical difficulties I may have as I figure out how to do some of this YouTube stuff. If you find anything when you're watching a video, please feel free to let me know. That way I can look at it, get a better idea of what's going on. Before we get started, I want to, lay out kind of the ground rules for how I do the commentary playthroughs, which is what this will be. During conversations and such, I'll pretty much let them play out. Cutscenes, etc., I'll let them play out without talking over them too much. I'll read out what my lines are going to be. Oh, I forgot all about this. I love Dragon Age Origins. It's one of my favorite fantasy RPGs out there. So I'm excited to get started on this. I'm actually a big fan of the original designs of some of these characters too. We'll finish watching this real quick. Yeah! So anyways, we'll go ahead and get started here with Dragon Age Origins. And I love this opening title card. It's great. Yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Dragon Age Origins. Have the classic opening. So is the Golden City, blackened with all. Marvel at perfection, for it is fleeting. You have brought sin to heaven and doom upon all the world. Canticle of Threnody, 830.
The Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead, they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. The Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness and prevail. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
That is a fantastic. Gives a good lead into this. I'm kind of boring when it comes to Dragon Age. I like my human male warrior from the Couslands. Yeah, I'll be going with the name Aedan because that kind of fits this because Aedan Cousland.
Greetings.
Let's see here. Let's go to the presets. Not a big fan of having to build my character here. Well, not normally. It's this guy. I like make his complexion and skin tone lighter. If you don't know, I'm not the biggest on character creators. It's not my forte, but it's still I understand why some people get into it. It is, it does have a lot of potential in there. Yeah, I like that portrait. I like that one.
I have lost concentration.
How do you do?
Greetings.
Greetings. Charmed, I'm sure.
Greetings. Greetings. I have lost the spell.
Yeah, we're gonna go with that. I have my name. Next. Alright, here we go. I always put a point, at least a couple points in the strength. Dodge and come glows. Willpower. Willpower is going to come in handy. Cunning. An observant eye. Benefit. Hold on. I want to point there. So what else do we got? Go for small items from others, whether friendly or hostile. Crap, making survival. I start off with a point in coercion. Powerful. Yeah, we'll put them both here. Yep. So that's a good I think that's a good starting spot. You don't want to be able to be blanked.
For generations, your family, the Couslands, has stewarded the lands of Highever, earning the loyalty of your people with justice and temperance. When your country was occupied by the Arlesian
I do like
Empire,
this one.
your father and grandfather served the embattled kings of your land. Today, your elder brother takes up House Cousland's banner in service to the crown, not against the men of Orlais, but against the bestial darkspawn rising in the south.
I trust then that your troops will be here shortly.
I expect they will start arriving tonight, and we can march tomorrow. I apologize for the delay, my lord. This is entirely my fault.
No, no. The appearance of the Darkspawn in the south has us all scrambling, doesn't it? I only received the call from the king a few days ago myself. I'll send my eldest off with my men. You and I will ride tomorrow just like the old days.
True. Though we both had less grey in our hair then. And we fought all legions, not monsters.
At least the smell will be the same. I'm sorry, Pup, I didn't see you there. Hal, you remember my son?
I see he's grown into a fine young man. Pleased to see you again, lad.
Let's see here. And you, Arl Hal.
My daughter Delilah asked after you. Perhaps I should bring her next time.
To what end?
Ha! To what end, he says? And so glib. The boy's a whip like his father.
See what I contend with, Hal? You can't tell my fierce boy anything these days, Maker bless his heart.
Temperament to match his fighting skill. Well done, your lordship.
At any rate, Pup, I summoned you for a reason. While your brother and I are both away, I'm leaving you in charge of the castle.
Are you certain what's involved with such a task?
Only a token force is remaining here, and you must keep peace in the region. You know what they say about mice when the cat is away, yes? There's also someone you must meet. Please, show Duncan in.
It is an honor to be a guest within your hall, Aedan Cousland.
Your lordship, you didn't mention that a Grey Warden would be present.
Duncan arrived just recently, unannounced. Is there a problem?
Of course not. But a guest of this stature demands certain protocol. I am at a disadvantage.
We rarely have the pleasure of seeing one in person, that's true. Pup, Brother Aldous taught you who the Grey Wardens are, I hope.
Let's see. Yeah, before we get going, I'm gonna preface some of this with there is a lot of dialogue super early, so a lot of the time might end up getting eaten up by it, unfortunately. Especially in this first episode, but as we go, things will get easier. Or I say easier. There'll be more actual gameplay, less standing around talking to people. In order of Great Warriors.
They are the heroes of legend, who ended the Blights and saved us all. Duncan is looking for recruits before joining us and his fellow wardens in the south. I believe he's got his eye on Sir Gilmore.
If I might be so bold, I would suggest that your son is also an excellent candidate.
Honor though that might be, this is one of my sons we're talking about.
Is there a reason I shouldn't join them?
You did just finish saying that Grey Wardens are heroes, old friend.
I've not so many children that I'll gladly see them all off to battle. Unless you intend to invoke the right of conscription.
Have no fear. While we need as many good recruits as we can find, I've no intention of forcing the issue.
Pup, can you ensure that Duncan's requests are seen to while I'm gone?
Of course.
In the meantime, find Fergus, and tell him to lead the troops to Ostagar ahead of me.
Are you trying to get rid of me?
We must discuss the battle plans in the south. Be a good lad and do as I've asked. We'll talk soon.
Talking.
Shouldn't you be off to your brother, as I asked?
Sending all of our forces south a good idea?
When the king demands it. In fact, not sending our forces south would be a distinctly bad idea. Don't worry, pup. You shouldn't see many problems, but I want you to prepare the men left here, in case.
In case of what?
Legends of the Blights tell of horrible things. These Darkspawn once threatened many lands. If we can't hold them, you must prepare for the worst.
Now you're scaring me, Father. I'll do my best.
I know
I'll do my
you are.
best, Father, I swear.
You are a Cousland, after all. But let's not speak of ominous things. We shall assume that all will go well, and the Maker will watch over us.
Are you sure you'll be alright?
Your brother and I go into battle, not an afternoon tea. Who knows what will happen to us? I will tell you, however, you're my cherished son. I love you, and I trust you completely to carry on the Cousland name if the worst should happen. But don't worry about me, dear boy. You'll have enough to occupy your mind while I'm gone.
I'll go now.
I'll talk to you soon. Just let me finish my meeting with Duncan.
Let's see here. Let's talk to Duncan.
I'm sorry, but I believe your father wishes to talk to the Arl and myself alone.
May we speak later?
Your father has left you in charge of the castle? Then I will see you at dinner tomorrow, if not sooner.
I look forward to it.
As do I. Until then.
Oral Howe.
Yes?
Your daughter is interested in me?
The topic has come up from time to time. The young and their infatuations.
I got the impression Delilah didn't like me.
I'm sure that was years ago. People change. To be honest, I have no expectations. And your father seems determined to let you find your own way. If something did happen, well, we'd address it as befits a family of our stature.
We'll see.
I'm sure there will be much to discuss once I return.
I kind of like that because I think you meet Delilah later on in the game. It's either this one or the next one where you meet Delilah. It's kind of funny.
We fought together under King Merrick when he drove the Orlesians out of Ferelden. Heady times. The years since have not held the same promise. It's not something a youth would understand. It will be good to ride beside your father again.
I trust the delay with your men is nothing serious. No, you knew King Merrick.
Your father hasn't spoken of our time with him? That man took care of his friends. As they say, he was large as life and twice as tall. It's too bad Kalen isn't half that.
You don't think much of King Kalen?
I think of him as much as he thinks at all.
That's enough, Hal. You speak of our king.
Oh, the boy did ask, your lordship, as per the latitude you allow. I merely offered my opinion.
Let's see here. Just the delay with your men is nothing serious.
Poor weather, I believe. Their progress has been slow, but it's nothing you need worry about.
But you told my father the delay was your fault.
In a manner of speaking, if I had reinforced our border levies earlier, my troops could have left before the rains. I confess, my confidence in your father allowed me some complacency. I guess that makes it as much his fault.
Mar me back. I just want to wish you well, Arl Howe.
I thank you. That is quite unnecessary.
So, yeah, you get those little opening conversations. And then...
Greetings, my lord. You are the Terran's son, are you not?
Who are you?
I am a member of Arl Howe's personal guard. The rest of the Arl's forces are expected tonight. I understand you shall take charge of your father's castle once we march.
That's a little nosy.
I apologize. Good evening, my lord.
I like that little. For those of you that don't know, that's just a wee bit of
Yes.
probably doesn't matter that I said that now, but just a wee bit of foreshadowing there. My role as soldier, I don't need to use my stamina points too much, or actions in the attacking, whatever. I don't need to use those as much, but
Maker, prepare a place for us.
it's more about passive stuff for
Redeem
us.
our world from sin. Forgive our transgressions.
Maker, forgive us all.
Have you come to pray for your brother and father? I'd be happy to ask for the Maker's blessings with you.
I do like this because it gives you a little bit of a little bit more background story that you might not have got otherwise. I would appreciate that, Mother Malol. Malol.
Please, child, call me Malol. I've known you since you were a wee babe after all. Creator of the sky, the land, and the sea. Hear your people in our time of need.
Maker, watch over us.
Let no man have cause to fear the shadows. Let their souls be lifted upon your return. So let it be.
Maker, forgive us all.
There now.
Because we were assholes,
I'll
apparently.
be keeping a vigil tonight. You're welcome to come. There are many more who must receive the Maker's blessings before they leave. If you would excuse me.
Thank you, Malol.
It is the least I could do. If the worst comes to pass, child, take comfort in knowing that the Maker's will takes many forms. We shall talk once the soldiers have departed.
Yeah, when we get a little bit deeper and we can get a little bit more lore about the Darkspawn and the Blight and all that, the religion of this world kind of starts to play in a lot more. It's really well thought out and written, I thought. I enjoyed it a lot. So yeah, that's really cool stuff. I like I said, I enjoyed it a lot. I think they did
There
a
you
really
are.
good job on it.
Your mother told me the Terran had summoned you, so I didn't want to interrupt.
Hello to you too, Sir Gilmore.
Pardon my manners, my lord. It's simply that I've been looking all over the castle for you. I fear your hound has the kitchens in uproar once again, and is threatening to leave.
The dog get into the larder again.
No matter how the maids try to keep him out, he always finds a way in. You know these Mabari hounds. They listen only to their master. Anyone else risks having an arm bitten off.
He knows better than to hurt anyone.
I'm not willing to test that. You're quite lucky to have your own Mabari warhound, you know. Smart enough not to talk, my father used to say. Of course, that means he's easily bored. Nan swears he confounds her just to amuse himself. At any rate, your mother would have me accompany you until the matter is settled, shall we?
To the kitchen, Nan.
Just follow the yelling. When Nan's unhappy, she makes sure everyone knows it.
That's fun. Alright, let's go pick up the dog. He's such a good boy. He's the best boy in this game. I like him a lot. I like a lot of things in this game a lot. I actually haven't played this one in a long time. Or two, for that matter. And, Inquisition, I actually haven't finished
Get
Inquisition.
that bloody mutt out of the
But
larder.
hopefully with
But mistress,
trying to
what
play
let us
through these
hear?
games, we'll
I can't get into that
we'll get
larder.
through
I'll
them.
skin both of you useless elves, I swear it.
Yee.
Calm down, good woman. We've come to help.
You and you. Your bloody mongrel keeps getting into my larder. That beast should be put down.
Sorry he's bothering you, Nan.
Just get him gone. I've enough to worry about with a castle full of hungry soldiers. You two, stop standing there like idiots. Get out of the way.
Alright, let's go check on the pupper. The best boy! There he is. He's so cute and adorable.
Oh, look at that mess. How did he even get in here?
Oh, who knows with that boy. Look at him, he's so good. He's so cute. He's so happy to see me. You're trying to tell me something, boy.
It does seem like he's trying to tell you something. Wait, did you hear that?
His name is not Dog. His name is Barkspawn. That's a reference to one of the DLCs, which we will get to, and we will work our way through the DLCs at some point. Currently, though, we're just working through the main game.
These creatures have no true reason to fight us. It shall be done. It is begun, as you say. Very well, I shall do it. It shall be done. It is begun, as you say. Victory will be ours! Very well, I shall do it. As you say. Very well, it shall be done. It is begun.
Giant rats? It's like the start of every bad adventure tale my grandfather used to tell. Your hound must have chased them in through their holes. Looks like he wasn't raiding the larder after all.
Exactly. Those were very large rats.
I've seen larger. They come up from the Kakari wilds sometimes. But seeing as you've got your Mabari well in hand, I'll be on my way. I'm to prepare for the arrival of more of the Isle's men.
Grab some of this stuffles. Got some quartz. We got some more quartz. Let's talk to Barkspawn. Can you do something about this gory mess? Oh, look at that. He licked me clean. He got all the blood off. Hey! There's food in here. I can't be mad at him. Oh, your tattered old book, some of the pages have been chewed. A very chewed and moist book. Know what it's time to do? Pet Barkspawn! Rolls around happily on his back. Because he's the best boy. Yes, he is.
There he is, as brazen as you please, licking his chops after helping himself to the roast, no doubt.
Actually, he was defending your larder from rats. Biggins.
What? Rats? Not the large grey ones.
They'll rip you to shreds, they will!
See, now you've gone and scared the servants. I expect those filthy things are dead.
Yes, rats are dead. It's quite a mess, in fact. Actually, my faithful warhound made sure it's safe.
I bet that dog led those rats into there to begin with.
We can't be mad at him.
Don't even start with the sad eyes. I'm immune to your so-called charms.
So you're not.
Here then. Take these pork bits and don't say that Nan never gives you anything. Bloody dog.
Such a good boy.
Now we can get to work. That's right, you two. Quit standing about.
Alright, let's talk to Nan.
Thank you again for your help. Now, if you'll just hold on a moment. Yes?
Do you know where...
Adney, get moving with those casts. And Kath, do you think you can serve that to the turn with dirt from the floor all over it?
Miserable old bat.
Oh, bat am I? We've got to work double time on supper, sweep out the hearths, and no complaining.
Any more rat problems?
Don't even mention that. These two will run like a pair of frightened kittens, and then where will I be? Thank you for coming to your old nanny's rescue. That blasted hound is more trouble than he's worth. He is.
He saved the day!
Don't start with me. You've gotten all you're getting today. But what about you, my lord? Been keeping safe and well behaved, I hope?
Sure. But that would be boring.
And that's why you made your nanny old before her time. Do you remember that bedtime tale I used to tell you? The dog that bit?
Oh, Maker, not this again.
Yes, this again. You remember how it begins?
Once upon a time there was a dog and he bit somebody.
You'd think I hadn't told you this tale 1,000 times. Before our fathers' fathers came down from the mountains, a warhound was born to the elder bitch of a tribal chief. They named him Hahaku and gave him everything. He grew up a fine, strong pup, destined to be the partner of the chief's eldest son.
And Ahaku grew prideful.
The young hound became arrogant, taking food from his kin and warning them, in the way of dogs, that the chief's family would punish them if they tried to attack him. Years passed, and the time for the chief's son to take a warhound came closer. Hahaku's pride swelled, and many of the people of the tribe came to the chief, quietly whispering of this dog's bullying. With each complaint, the chief saw only Hahaku's strength and pride, and sent his people away. But as his son grew, the chief watched more closely. The day might come when his boy's life would depend on this dog. If the humblest of his people would not trust Hahaku, how could he?
Strong or not, he chose a more reliable dog.
When the day came, Hahaku sat proudly waiting to be called, but the old chief chose Hahaku's brother as his son's hound. Hahaku was shamed, but felt no remorse. So great was his rage that he darted across the fire pit and bit the chief's hand. The chief and his son struck at Hahaku, cursing him. The hound ran into the village, seeking shelter in the tents and kennels. The other dogs snapped at him, and the tribe's people threw stones at him. Before the chief could reach him, the tribe had torn Hahaku apart. Now, what should you carry from this tale?
How you treat the least is remembered by the greatest.
True. Hahaku thought nothing of abusing the tribe and their dogs, but their complaints showed the chief he could not be trusted. But you're far too old now for an old woman to be reminding you to watch how you behave, hmm?
Why did you tell me that story?
It's a story worth repeating. That's all. Be off with you then. Tell your brother farewell before he rides off to war.
I do like that. It's a good little moral story that tries to give you a little bit of something to try to remember as you go. So I'm going to try doing something on this playthrough that I haven't done before. I'm not going to spoil it now, but it involves the ending. I'm intrigued to see how it plays out. If I can get it to work right.
Bryce bought this back from Orlais last year. The Marquis who gave it to him was drunk, I understand, and mistook Bryce for the king. Ah, here is my younger son. I take it by the presence of that troublesome hound of yours that the situation in the kitchen is handled?
Yes, Mother. Nana's back to work as we speak.
You've always had a way with her. Darling, you remember Lady Landra, Ban Lawrence's wife?
I think we last met at your mother's spring salon.
Of course, it is good to see you again, my lady.
You're too kind, dear boy. Didn't I spend half the salon shamelessly flirting with you?
Right in front of your family, too.
I remember my son, Dyron. I believe you two sparred in the last tourney.
And you beat me handily, as I recall. It's good to see you again, my lord.
And you, Dyron.
This is my lady-in-waiting, Iona. Do say something, dear.
It is a great honor, my lord. I have heard many wonderful things about you.
Don't look now, Eleanor. But I believe the girl has a crush on your lad.
Lady Landra!
Hush, Landra. You'll turn the poor thing scarlet.
Perhaps we should speak alone sometime, Iona.
As it pleases you, my lord.
I think perhaps I shall rest now, my dear. Dyron, I will see you and Iona at supper.
Perhaps we'll retire to the study for now.
Good evening, your lordship.
Alright. We'll head this way. Pop over into this room over here. Yeah, I should have talked to the mom. My bad, Mom. I'm sorry. I'm having issues controlling the controller right now, too.
You should say goodbye to Fergus while you have the chance.
Did you know there's Grey Warden here?
That. You haven't got it into your head that you want to be recruited.
Father wouldn't allow it.
Nor I. And I do realize you didn't answer my question. There's enough here at the castle to occupy you. I don't need you off chasing danger like your brother.
Why can't I go with Father and Fergus?
I know it's difficult to stay in the castle and watch others ride off. But we must see to our duties first. You understand that, don't you?
What if they fall without me?
It's in the Maker's hands now, and we must cope as best we can.
I have a bad feeling about all this.
As do I. Your father and brother are marching off to fight Maker knows what. All the assurances in the world don't comfort me. But it wouldn't help for us to take up arms and follow. Fergus and your father have their duty, and we have ours.
You staying at the castle?
For a few days. Then I'll travel with Lady Landra to her estate, and keep her company for a time. Your father thinks my presence here might undermine your authority.
As you wish.
Good. I was worried you might be nervous about running the castle alone. I needn't have been concerned.
I should go.
I love you, my darling boy. You know that, don't you?
What brought this on?
You've grown up so fast. And now Bryce is leaving you in charge of the castle. I suppose there's no point in dwelling on it. Go do what you must, then. I will see you soon.
Alright. Let's talk to Alduith.
Hello, my dear boy. By chance, I am beginning to teach these young squires about your family's history.
Do we have to? History is boring.
Boys, you are referring to the Couslands, the very family in whose castle you live. Show some respect.
Still the same taskmaster, I see.
If the mind is not exercised, it withers just as the body does. Perhaps you'd care to join me in teaching the lesson?
It's, I'm quite familiar with the subject matter.
Perhaps you could make the topic more palatable for these lads and their minuscule intellects.
Very well.
Wonderful. Oh, the Cousland history is long indeed. Where shall we start?
When was our line founded?
Records are vague, but the Couslands became Tierns during the Black Age. Is that familiar, child?
Yeah, I remember something about an age in there.
Every day I pray to the Maker that my lessons will stick, and every day he tasks me anew. At that time, your family held only the minor title of Ban. When the werewolves reached this area, Ban Mather Cousland organized a curfew and patrols within the city. Several other local bands supported his efforts by swearing oaths of fealty, making him their Tiern.
We predate the founding of the kingdom, yes?
Well, I'm glad some of my lessons don't disappear into that yawning chasm between your ears, young man.
Lecturing does lead to yawning.
A pity you don't spend the same care whetting the edge of your mind as your tongue. At any rate, your family has held the tournure of Highever since before King Calenhad united Ferelden. In fact, Tierna Elathea Cousland battled Calenhad to maintain Highever's independence.
Calenhad let us keep the tenure?
Calenhad wished to unite Ferelden, not conquer it. After Elathea's men were defeated, Calenhad asked her to swear fealty. The boulder where they held council still stands today as a memorial of that event.
You opposed the king?
The Couslands are ardent royalists now, but at that time, Calenhad was unknown and considered dangerous by many. When Calenhad's army reached Highever, Tierna Elathea led the local bands against him. Obviously, Calenhad won.
Tell us about our relationship with Oral Howe.
The history between the Couslands and the Howes reaches back to the Orlesian occupation.
When did Orlais occupy Highever?
During your grandfather's rule. Of course, Orlais found it difficult to hold these lands. During the rebellion against Orlais, several battles were fought near Highever. The port village of Harper's Ford was the tourneur's center. Its Jarl was Tarleton Howe, Though nearly 90, he was still as sharp and bitter as cheap ale. Your grandfather openly supported the rebellion, but Howe sided with Orlais. Your family was forced to seize Harper's Ford before it was all over.
So we fought the Owl? But my father and Arl Howe are old friends.
The Howes eventually joined the rebellion, when all of Ferelden united behind King Merrick and General Loghain. Just as now we united behind Merrick's son, King Kaelin, to fight the Darkspawn.
Time to end the lesson, I think.
Thank you for indulging an old man.
Oh, does that mean we have to listen to you now?
Silence! I will not have you two becoming smart-mouthed hooligans. Perhaps you should go. I doubt they need any more distraction. I'm just going to settle in here and apparently just talk to myself for all the good.
Yeah, I understand the whole talking to yourself thing. I feel that a lot. Don't mind me, just gonna stand here and talk to myself. Yeah, that's gives a little bit of a good backstory for he's asleep. But yeah, that gives a good backstory for the Couslands. I like it. Pick up this book, right? Yeah. Let's talk to Iona.
That is a wonderful dog. He seems very noble and intelligent.
Oh, don't fill his head.
Greetings once again, my
But he is the best boy. How did you come to know Lady Landra?
My family has been in service to hers for many years. Lady Landra elevated my place as a reward for our loyalty. I hope this position might pass to my daughter.
Oh, you have a daughter.
Forgive me, I shouldn't have mentioned her.
Tell me about her. Or I bet she has your beautiful eyes.
She does. Many people say she looks a great deal like me. I'm the only one who sees her father in her.
You don't hope for more for your daughter?
I have risen very high for my people. I would not tempt fate by wishing more.
Sounds like Lady Landra has been good to you.
Lady Landra is good to her elven servants. That is not true in many households, but I hear it is in yours. It speaks well of your father to show such compassion.
I haven't seen many elven ladies in waiting.
Lady Landra has been very good to me. I am lucky. If I may, your mother has no ladies in waiting herself. Is that usual for a noble woman of her rank?
Maybe a little. She's never desired one.
That is a very Ferelden attitude, I think, to be so self-sufficient.
Tell me more about yourself.
I am an open book, my lord. What would you like to know?
Where were you born?
Lady Landra's manor is not half so large as your castle, so my family lives in the alienage.
Do you enjoy living there?
There, we do not stand out quite so much. In an alienage, my daughter learns what it means to be elven. As much as possible, so much of our history has been lost.
What do you think of humans?
That is an awkward question. What do you mean?
Do you resent humans for what they've done to your people?
Well, that is not an easy question. I think that conversation would take far more time than we have now.
There's somebody special
No
back home?
longer. I have little time for such things.
Surely you're joking. Someone as beautiful as you.
You flatter me, my lord. I am not so pretty that suitors are lining up, if that's what you mean.
I'd like to ask you about something
Of
else.
course.
I think we should get to know each other better.
Are we doing just that? What else did you have in mind?
How about some coffee? No, I'm just kidding. That's a fun GTA joke if you didn't know. Something more intimate later on in my room.
I see. I think I might like that. If I come to your door once everyone is asleep, would that be agreeable, my lord?
Please call me
Until
Aedan.
tonight, then.
For this game, or for the Dragon Age games in general, I
Hello
go
again.
for all the
Your castle
shenanigans.
study is wonderful. Might I ask whose collection this is?
This is my grandfather's, but I come here often to read.
So would I. Do you have a favorite book?
The Art of Passionate Love by Brother Capria.
Oh, that was banned by the Chantry, wasn't it? Provocative, I understand. I've never read it myself.
It isn't really meant for reading.
No, I'd heard that. Hence the banning.
Sorry. Oh, like
Yes,
I said, I go for the
I don't know
shenanigans
when.
in Dragon
I will
Age.
leave when your father does. I'll ride as his second, a glorified squire, more or less. I'll care for his horse and armor and such. It's quite an honor.
We actually fight?
I hope so. I admit to trepidation about facing Darkspawn, but I can't imagine an opponent more worthy of defeat.
You know anything about the Grey Wardens?
No more than anyone else. Is it true there is one here in the castle? Have you met him?
It's true, I've met him.
I'd join the Grey Wardens in a heartbeat. Can you imagine destroying the Darkspawn forever, becoming a hero? But I'd never gain a Grey Warden's notice. I'll have to be happy under your father's command.
Let's talk about me. I like that topic. Nah, I
Of
should
course,
go.
my lord. I am sure you have much to do yet.
Yeah, I like to go for some of the more shenanigan-y stuff in Dragon Age. Just because Dragon Age is more open for that stuff than, say, Mass Effect or some other some other series I might play. It's definitely going to be interesting in 2. Inquisition, I don't think there's as many shenanigan-y stuff I can get into.
Is there really going to be a war, Papa? Will you bring me back a sword?
That sword.
A sword?
Oren, and I'll get you the mightiest one I can find, I promise. I'll be back before you know it.
I wish victory was indeed so certain. My heart is disquiet.
Don't frighten the boy, love. I speak the truth. And here's my little brother to see me off. Now dry your eyes, love, and wish me well.
No Darkspawn
He
can
is
harm
as mortal
Fergus.
as anyone,
Fergus?
despite his refusal to believe.
Now, love, no need to be grim.
I actually like the design of Fergus's family. Like, I don't think his wife's face is used at all ever again. And then, you know, Fergus has got a cool design.
I wish you could come. It'll be tiring killing all those Darkspawn myself.
Surely your father would not place both his heirs in danger?
Mother and father have been fighting about it for days. It's too bad. I could have used you at my side.
You know there's a Grey Warden in the castle?
Really? Was he riding a griffin?
Shh, Oren. Griffins only exist in stories now.
I'd heard that. Did he say why he's come?
He's going to test Sir Gilmore.
Good for him. I hope he makes it. If I were a Grey Warden, though, I'd have my eye on you. Not that father would ever allow it.
You really think the war will be over quickly?
Word from the south is that the battles have gone well. There's no evidence that this is a true blight, just a large raid.
Could that be true?
I'll see for myself soon enough. Pray for me, love, and I'll be back within a month or two.
I bring a message. Father wants you to leave without him.
Then the Jarl's men are delayed. You'd think his men were all walking backwards. Well, I'd better get underway. So many Darkspawn to behead, so little time. Off we go then. I'll see you soon, my love.
I would hope, dear boy, that you plan to wait for us before taking your leave.
Be well, my son. I will pray for your safety every day you are gone.
Fergus will be fine.
I keep telling you, no Darkspawn will ever best me.
The Maker sustain and preserve us all. Watch over our sons, husbands and fathers, and bring them safely back to us.
And bring us some ale and wenches while you're at it. For the men, of course.
Fergus, you would say this in front of your mother?
What's a wench? Is that what you pull on to get the bucket out of the well?
A wench is a woman that pours the ale in a tavern, Oren. Or a woman who drinks a lot of ale.
Bryce, Maker's breath. I swear it's like living with a pack of small boys.
I'll miss you, mother dear. You'll take care of her, brother, won't you?
You can count on me.
Oh, good. How thrilling to know I'm so well taken care of.
Enough. Enough. Pup, you'll want to get an early night. You've much to do tomorrow.
Oh, I guess. Oh, we gotta level up. Throw this in, yeah. Go ahead and throw those points in the strength right there. We'll need precise striking. That's gonna play a good role.
Getting sent to bed early, are we?
Have fun on the long march. Cold.
A warm bed doesn't sound so bad now, come to think of it. At any rate, I'll miss you. Take care of everyone, and be here when I get back.
Aww.
You should be on your way, pup. Long day ahead tomorrow.
About this Grey Warden.
Ah, I was wondering how long this would take. Has he asked to recruit you?
No, why would I want to be recruited?
If a blight is truly upon us in the south, then Grey Wardens will be needed. There is no higher calling. If it comes to that, we can talk about it when I get back. Until then, just show him every courtesy. Duncan is a fine man. And a hero. I know that you'll do me proud. You've grown into a fine lad. That much is clear.
The proverbial night before the storm. This is a good, like I said, this is a good setup, you know, gives you a kind of slice of life, kind of look at how everything is before things kind of get out of hand. And Duncan, by the way, is an awesome character. I love Duncan. I wish we got to see more of Duncan in this game. Unfortunately, we don't. But let's go ahead and go into the next bit.
Your hound is making so much noise. He seems so angry.
What did you do to him? No, I'm not gonna do that. Perhaps something is wrong.
I thought I heard yelling when I woke up, but now I hear nothing. I'm gonna see if someone's in the hall.
Oh! Shit, she took one right in the lung, didn't she?
I shall, as you say.
Good blocking already coming in handy.
Shall be done. Now we do battle. You'll believe this. Gonna rescue a new one. Filthy elf lover. Now you fall. Come, let us end this. I'll put you down. It's not going to.
Darling, I heard fighting outside and I feared the worst. Are you hurt?
Those men killed Iona.
What? The elven girl? But why? The
I love how his
woke
mom
me
just
up.
comes running out with
There
a
were
bow
men
and
in the
arrow.
hall, so I barred the door. Did you see their shields? Those are Hal's men. Why would they attack us?
I don't know, Mother, but we need to get out of here.
Have you seen your father? He never came to bed.
Oh, I haven't. I was in my room.
We must find him.
Let's check on Oriana and Orin
And
as well.
trust his mercy. What if the soldiers went into your brother's room first? Let's check on them quickly. Then we'll look for Bryce downstairs.
We're gonna grab that. That real quick. Oh yeah, all that stuff that I have. Hit the wrong button, I'm sorry. All going into strength for him. Why? Because he's the best pup. I always want to know what this is, because it looks like it might be a toilet. Or a bath. A bath.
No! My little Oren! What manner of fiend slaughters innocents?
I'll make
I was
them
not
pay.
even taking hostages. He means to kill all of us. Oh, poor fuckers. Let's go. I don't want to see this.
Alright. Anything else in here? No? Okay. Alright. Let's head back this way.
Perhaps we can salvage
Yeah, there's some stuff.
some things here, darling. Some of your father's belongings are in that trunk.
Did you get into it? No. Dang. Alright.
More enemies ahead. You're dead.
Always go for the archer. Ah, damn it. I do like how his mom has.
I'm so sorry. If she hadn't come to me, if she hadn't been here.
I do like how his mom has her own little things that she says during battle, because they could have just as easily not done that.
Can you hear the fighting? Hal's men must be everywhere.
What should we do?
The front gates. That's where your father must be.
Is there anything else we can do?
I have my treasury key. We could go there first and take the Cousland sword from the vault. If anything is worth fighting to keep out of Hal's hands, it's that sword. But it may be a dangerous path.
Let's go to the treasury.
Hal's men are inside. They must already control the castle. We must use the servants' entry in the larder to escape. Do you hear me?
I hear you.
Then let us be swift.
Corpse. Got a dagger. Alright.
The castle has fallen! I'm getting out of here!
Bitch ass. Persuade. Don't be a coward. Stand and fight!
Yes, my lord! Here they come!
Don't be a bitch ass.
Oh, blast you!
Yes!
Very well. Run you through that! Oh, blast you! Oh, blast you!
Alright. Got those.
It is begun. It shall be done.
Let's head in here.
Getting close to the treasury. The Cousland family blade lies inside.
Yep, we're
Use
gonna
that
get
key I
that.
gave you. That blade cannot fall into Hal's hands.
It's not gonna. I wasn't gonna. Sorry. Don't mind me with my random oh, what the hell is that movie called? Shaun of the Dead quotes. Alright, so we got all this stuff too that I have unlocked from previous playthroughs and such. It's been a while since I played this. Got my Shield of Highever, family sword. I look like I'm ready to kick some ass now.
Enemies approaching.
Oh, good time. Good time.
Fall! Blast you! We're under attack!
Why am I going so slow? Damn it. Yeah. I love the kill animations.
Where is everyone else? Here they are!
If I had this on PC, I would have it modded for the to where every kill would have to have the animation on it. Just because I enjoy them. Just because they're fun and they add an extra level.
You will be avenged, old sage. I swear it.
Second here. Another locked chest that I can't get into. Okay. Well, if I had gone for the rogue, I would have a lot of equipment and stuff right now, but I didn't, so I don't.
More enemies ahead.
Yeah.
Very well. Good. Another down. By the Maker.
Clearing potion. Not a mage. Alright. Oh crap, I didn't mean to hit the mic. I'm sorry.
As you say.
Stop!
I will not fail. Very well. As you say.
Alright. Not bad. Making good time. Gonna go ahead and pick up that last little bit right here. Health poultice. Poultice. Alright. First order of business, always go for the mage. Oh my gosh.
Go, man the gates. Keep those
All right.
bastards out as long as you can. Your ladyship, my lord.
Not bad.
You're both alive.
But yeah,
I
anytime
was certain
on this
Hal's
game,
men had gotten through.
you walk in their room and there's a mage in there, you go after the mage.
They killed Oriana and Oren.
The mages are,
Are you injured?
they're
Don't
dangerous
worry
in
about
this
me,
game.
ladyship. Thank the Maker you two are unharmed. When I realised what was happening, it was all I could do to shut the gates. But they won't keep Hal's men out long. If you've another way out of the castle, use it quickly. I've no idea. You don't think he's involved in this, do you?
Perhaps he was sent to kill Bryce? Oh dear. Have you seen him?
When I last saw the turn, he'd been badly wounded. I urged him not to go, but he was determined to find you. He went towards the kitchen. I believe he thought to find you at the servants' exit in the larder.
Bless you, Sir Gilmore. Make her watch over you.
Make her watch over us all.
Alright, let's grab that. Alright. Pop the door open.
More enemies ahead.
Yep, more enemies ahead.
Yes. No quarter shall be given. Shall be done. Only so much.
Nice. Starting off with really tiny bits of damage.
We must get out! They're slaughtering everyone!
But by the end of this game, I'll be dealing some massive damage with some of this stuff.
It's begun. Quickly, we must fight! There is no glory in bloodshed!
How dare you!
Very well. Yes, now we do battle. I shall do it.
You're dead!
Very well. Over here.
Alright, not bad. Another room down here? Nope, okay. Alrighty. We're almost done with the castle. So for the sake of this video, when we finish the castle, we're gonna end the session. Trying to keep these sessions down to about an hour or so. Well, that's what I was trying to do, is get to this guy. Damn. Oh my gosh, dude. Alright. That dude's is no joke right there. Could be something down here, maybe. More dead bodies. Ooh, a sack. That has elf fruit in it. Alright. Dragon Age, when we get to Dragon Age Inquisition. I've played enough of Inquisition to know about the elf fruit. And yeah, it gets out of hand. Alright. Let's get into the larder again.
There, you both are. I was
Bryce!
wondering when you would get here.
Maker's blood, what's happening? You're bleeding.
Hal's men found me first. Almost did me in right there.
How did you get here? You can hardly move.
Duncan, go. Found me. Brought me here.
And left you lying in your own blood? We must get you out of here!
I won't survive the standing, I think.
Then we'll simply have to drag you out.
Only if you're willing to leave pieces of me behind, pup.
Bryce, this is no time for jokes! Once Hal's men break through the gate, they will find us. We must go.
Someone must reach Fergus. Tell him what has happened.
You tell him yourself, Father.
I wish I could go. Oh.
Bryce, no. The servant's passage is right here. We can flee together, find you healing magic.
The castle is surrounded. I cannot make it.
I'm afraid the Turn is correct. Howe's men have not yet discovered this exit, but they surround the castle. Getting past will be difficult.
You are Duncan, then? The Grey Warden?
Yes, your ladyship. The Tern and I tried to reach you sooner.
My younger son helped me get here. Make her be praised.
I am not surprised.
Thank you for saving my father.
I fear your thanks are premature. I doubt I have saved him.
Whatever is to be done now, it must be quick. They are coming.
Duncan, you are under no obligation to me, but I beg you, take my wife and son to safety.
I will, your lordship, but I fear I must ask for something in return.
Anything.
What is happening here pales in comparison to the evil now loose in this world. I came to your castle seeking a recruit. The Darkspawn threat demands that I leave with one.
I understand.
What about Sir Gilmore?
Truthfully, you were always my first choice. I will take the Tyrna and your son to Ostagar to tell Fergus and the king what happened. Then, your son joins the Grey Wardens.
So long as justice comes to Hal. I agree.
Then I offer you a place within the Grey Wardens. Fight with us.
I accept your offer.
We must leave quickly then.
Bryce, are you sure?
Our son will not die of Hal's treachery. He will live and make his mark on the world.
Darling, go with Duncan.
Those arrows
you
are sticking out
have
of
a
her
better chance
head.
to escape without me.
Eleanor.
Hush, Bryce. I'll kill every bastard that comes through that door to buy them time. But I won't abandon you.
I won't let you sacrifice yourself.
My place is with your father. At his side to death and beyond.
I'm so sorry it's come to this, my love.
We had a good life and did all we could. It's up to our children now.
Then go, pup. Warn your brother. Know that we love you both.
That expression on his
You
face.
do us proud.
They've broken through the gates. We must go now.
Goodbye, darling.
Yeah, so that's a very ominous opening to this game. But kind of a classic opening to fantasy tale.
We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korkari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Kaelan. I didn't expect
a royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is he?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
No need, Duncan. You are Bryce's youngest, are you not? I don't think we've ever actually met.
Yes, Your Majesty. My name is Aedan.
Your brother has already arrived with Highever's men, but we are still awaiting your father.
He's not coming. He died when our castle was taken.
Dead? What do you mean? Duncan, do you know anything about this?
Aedan Cousland and his wife are dead, Your Majesty. Arl Howe has shown himself a traitor and overtaken Highever Castle. Had we not escaped, he would have killed us and told you any story he wished.
I can scarcely believe it. Well, how could he think he could get away with such treachery? As soon as we are done here, I will turn my army north and bring Howe to justice. You have my word.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
No doubt you wish to see your brother. Unfortunately, he and his men are scouting in the wilds.
I am not eager to tell him.
Of that, I have no doubt. You will see him again once the battle is over, I am certain. I apologize, but there's nothing more I can do. All I can suggest is that you vent your grief against the Darkspawn for the time being.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different.
I'm very confident of that.
Overconfident, some would say. Right, Duncan?
Your Majesty, I'm not certain the Blight can be ended quite as quickly as you might wish.
I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of Darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here.
Yet you don't sound very reassured.
Despite the victory so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling.
Why not? He seems to regard the Grey Wardens highly.
Yet not enough to wait for reinforcements from the Grey Wardens of Orlais. He believes our legend alone makes him invulnerable. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can and look to Teyrn Loghain to make up the difference. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay.
What do you need me to do?
Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Your hound can stay with me while I attend to some business. The Grey Warden tent is on the other side of this bridge. You will find us there should you need to.
And another level up. Nice. Where's our seat? Alright. Those points there. No point in dexterity right there. And just for shiggles, we'll go ahead and put expert combat training. We get 1 talent. Guild balance is good. Alright, everybody. So, we got to our ominous opening, the bad stuff that happened. Things are just getting going here. We'll see how they continue to play out. But if you played this game, you know what's coming. I'm gonna keep the spoilers to a minimum here. But yeah, so from here we're gonna start looking into stuff. We're gonna go meet Alistair soon and some other interesting characters in the near future. But that's gonna be it for this session. Be sure to check out our stay tuned for, or not stay tuned. Keep an eye out for the next episode for this. I'm gonna be trying to keep episodes coming out weekly for it. Be sure to like, share, subscribe if you will, please. Thank you and everybody for watching this far, and have a nice day.